Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Pretty high for this one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple of things that I'm just over it with. Number one, the Hulk, or Bruce Banner, has been fucking boring for so long. Like, I just want...
He's human again? That's interesting. Like,
he peaked in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And after that, they've not really known what to do with him.
I think it's also, I don't know if it's, I know solo movie wise they can't do anything because Universal owns that right, but yeah, Ragnarok was interesting because he kind of like matured more as the Hulk because he was the Hulk for so long, I guess. Like he was able to talk and stuff, but
I'm over Smart Hulk and his
weird. I liked
kid.
it. I just think like I want to get back to fearing the Hulk when he turns. Like that scared the shit out of me. That first Avengers, like. That was intense. Like when he transformed for the first time.
They're on the helicarrier. And he's like stalking people, breaking everything, trying to get to Widow.
Right. And then when he loses his shit in the second one, that was intense because you're like, how are you going to defeat this guy? And they're just taking.
Yeah. And then by the last two, he couldn't even transform into the Hulk.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When he got defeated by Thanos, I was like, what? This is a Hulk. Like in the comics, is that? I mean, do you recall if that's how it goes down usually, or?
Thanos is kind of on a whole different level.
Kind of like a god level more,
like,
right?
On a cosmic level he would be, but like he had the Power Stone at the time.
Yeah.
So maybe...
Which I know they couldn't defeat Thanos in the beginning of that movie because...
that's it. The whole point of the Hulk is the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets.
Yeah. Right. And there was a time where, Bruce Banner got incapacitated, but then the She-Hulk kind of hulked out and became much more like the Hulk.
Yeah.
And a lot less like the She-Hulk that, I grew up with.
Right.
Right now, the Hulk is like, the last few Hulk runs I've read have been more horror comics than superhero comics. And those have been my favorite Hulk comics. Because there's one right now that's out that he's like a lot more monstrous and like part demonic. And it's good. It's enjoyable. I like that much better than like you were saying, like, a Smart Hulk or Mr.
Yeah, they just watered down basically. Yeah. Like I kind of want that intensity back.
Yeah. It's a weird. With all the other scientists in that Spider-Man world, that because it's Dr. Connors is the one that's like narrating part of the trailer. He's got like a voiceover.
Is that who we think?
I think that's Dr. Connors,
which is
the lizard,
the actor though.
Is it Keith David?
Keith David.
Yeah.
You think he could be Dr. Connors?
That's my thought.
And the thing was, too, is I was like, there's so many, doctor characters, so many scientist characters you could use.
That would have been, you could have introduced Otto Octavius.
Yeah.
You could have introduced...
Like, I can kind of see why they went away from that, because I know they weren't like the MCU versions or whatever, but No Way Home had Connors, Octavius.
That's probably why, honestly, they didn't go with that, because it's a rehash. It's too much of a rehash, maybe.
Yeah, but I think it would have been a cool call. It would have been cool in my head if he goes in to get help and it's not Bruce Banner, but maybe he runs into Otto Octavius, not Doc Ock, but just Alfred Molina playing Otto Octavius, and like his reaction to that would have been kind of funny because he fought him as Doc Ock from another dimension.
Right.
There could have been something cool to play with there versus introducing
I get it. It's still very tethered to the MCU we know of. I understand that because you've had Nick Fury part of the franchise, Stark, and
I am very much ready though to have a grounded Spider-Man story where he's not
dimension hopping.
Well, that
or tech heavy.
Being a sidekick to Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh right, yeah.
Like the shot they show of him diving off the building, and then it shows the interior of his mask, and it's like very claustrophobic. Like I love that.
Do you like that? Okay,
part of it. What did you? I want to get Jonah's opinion on this because I know he probably has the same opinion I do on it. What did you think of the Scorpion?
I want him to look more like the comic book Scorpion.
He looks like what Scorpion probably would have looked like if we got an Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. It's very robotic.
Yeah. I do like the more comic accurate, like the form-fitting kind of suit where he looks like a scorpion basically, but
like a green guy with a tail.
But I go with the cliche mech suit. You know, like the Rhino hat.
I'm not a big fan of that because I didn't like that look for when they did it with the Rhino.
Yeah.
And if you look at the suit from the Marvel's Spider-Man PlayStation game that Scorpion has, it's like kind of a good mix of the two.
Is it? Okay.
I wish they maybe. I mean, it's kind of dark. Can't really see it. It's kind of fast, but
Yeah.
hopefully they go with something more like that.
Yeah. And then who else is in the trailer? There's Boomerang. There's a clip of Boomerang in the trailer, which that could be fun to play with too, because Boomerang and Peter Parker were like roommates for a time in the comics. And so that could be fun to play with. I don't know if they'll go that direction or not.
I'm excited to see him do like the more street level, friendly neighborhood stuff, like the Punisher being in it. That's great.
I'm very excited about that because I'm a huge Punisher fan,
Yeah.
and especially with John Barenthal as Punisher. So I'm very
It's a
excited.
clever way to cover up his motherfucker with the shooting the web
The
at
web
his
in
face.
his face, yeah.
I love the Punisher van. I don't know if I didn't see Punisher season 2, so I don't know if they ever introduced that.
See, I'm going
vehicle
back
or
and
not,
watching those now because I have not
Love
watched
the
any
first
of
season.
Born Again, of Daredevil Born
Oh yeah,
Again.
and I haven't either.
Yeah.
I try. Well, I did watch a couple, but it was kind of a Frankenstein together first season, I guess.
The first episode of the second season so far I've liked better than all of the first season.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because they had a clear.
And I think the
palette.
next episode should be out today or tonight.
Because we lost, did we lose Charlie Cox and D'Onofrio? They were here in town. Cox dropped out because I think he had to go reshoot.
Oh, for the convention last year?
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's actually our first convention we had a table at. They were both there. And yeah, Charlie Cox came last year finally, but D'Onofrio canceled again, which he's notorious for. But yeah, I think they filmed most of that first season, and then they had to scrap it because it was not good at all. And Vanessa was originally in that first try. She was a different actress. They didn't bring back the original one like they have now. The mind control type of thing they've introduced. Some people say that's Jean Grey. And that Sadie.
That's going to be
Sink could
Sadie
her.
Sink's
Sadie,
character,
sorry.
whoever she's playing.
You think it's Jean Grey?
I don't know.
It's probably Jean Grey.
I think so.
It probably is because
If I was a betting man.
and
Yeah.
The reason I was thinking that is that if he goes to Banner and he can't help him with his mutation, maybe he'll go to Xavier,
Hank McCoy
Oh, wow.
Hank
or
McCoy, or
somebody else. Yeah.
That would be nuts if they introduced Xavier. That'd be really
because they do show the thing of him being like full body scanned in like an MRI thing. He's wearing a suit,
Yeah.
and I
Right.
don't think Banner really would
Right.
have that. I don't know.
Right.
It seems like more X-Men type
Do you
technology.
think we'll see Hulk in this one, or is it just gonna be Banner?
No, I think you got a cameo from Banner.
Yeah.
I would
There's so much going on.
I
It'd be
would
hard
love to see like an out of control Hulk and Spider-Man go at it.
Yeah.
Because he can, depending on the writer,
Yeah.
he can hold his own against the Hulk. But, at the same
Right.
time, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope the explanation's good as why he's human form again. Because I mean, I guess She-Hulk.
He
that was
found a
flashback,
way to
though.
like be able to go back to his human form in She-Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Like they kind of explain that, but it's kind of like a hand wavy, like we did it because we don't want to spend the budget on CGI.
Right. It's expensive.
But I hope. I mean, I don't see them maybe with like tying up the whole multiverse thing. They'll kind of clip some of these threads that went nowhere.
Right.
But I don't want to see him like getting out of his car and like his little dorky son with the bowl cut comes up or whatever, the scar or whatever.
Oh God, that was weird.
I don't need to see him.
That was probably like the first and last time we see that son in the.
I hope
From
so.
She-Hulk?
That was just so
Yeah.
I hope
weird.
Everyone just thinks of She-Hulk as a fever dream, and
Yeah.
we move on. This is supposed to be the first in a new
Trilogy. Yeah.
and
More adult Spider-Man.
Supposedly, they're working towards the black suit Spider-Man, and well, this is the only MCU movie, or the last MCU movie we're getting before Doomsday.
Okay.
think.
Yeah. Yeah. You're probably right. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we're probably getting a series or two. Like
Yeah.
Born Again's out right now,
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, I think when they get into like the Secret Wars and stuff, they'll probably bring in the black suit and
Sure.
do all that. But I don't know. I'm just excited to see a more like down to earth Spider-Man, not in space going to a multiple dimensions.
Yes. Right. Yeah. The last one
Also,
was like so
dealing
big.
with Doctor
and
Strange.
he's got
all
a
that
practical
stuff.
suit, more practical suit. he
Yeah, and it actually
made,
like you can tell it's a little more like homemade too. Like it actually, I kind of like they put this detail in. I don't know if they did it practically or with CGI, but when he's diving off the building, like the suit actually like kind of ripples.
Oh,
like
sure.
the fabric
Yeah.
of it kind of ripples.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you know, the little magic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
push the spider in my chest and it's gonna be form fitting.
Right.
So
No,
that's
no more
kinda-
nano mask removal, which I hate.
God,
that's the worst.
Yeah, I always hated that too.
That's never
Yeah.
worked for me.
I don't want to see that ever again.
It just takes
but
me
I
out
know
of it. Yeah.
that's asking a lot because
Yeah.
everybody relies on it.
Well, and it's more of a practical swinging approach too. They actually had him on a rig, like going
Yeah,
back.
you got a
and-
skull fracture from doing that.
Yeah, so that's probably like the con on that. But yeah,
Yeah.
The previous director, I think it was Tom Watts, I believe he did the last three, and he didn't believe in doing that type of rig system. He just did everything CG, which in some shots you can tell like, oh Jesus, but yeah,
They did.
it's-
Even so, though, I mean, they did do the over the shoulder stuff of him swinging.
Mm-hmm.
They did kind of do a little more practically
Yeah,
in the previous films, and that looked good. But
My biggest concern with this one is going to be kind of the same thing that hindered like Spider-Man 3, the Raimi ones, is just there's a lot in this.
throwing too many people in it.
I mean, if you've got cameos by X-Men characters, if you've got the Hulk in there, if you've got the Scorpion, Boomerang, you've got the whole transforming aspect of it, or the mutating aspect of it. He fights the hand at some point. There's
Yeah.
just so much.
which have you seen people
there.
question that shot? Like they think there might be someone else beneath him, or maybe he's this like gigantic mutated spider, whatever spider,
I don't know. I think they're
man spider. Is that what he becomes? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
hope
don't know,
they
'cause
don't.
they've done
know
that trickery before, obviously, with Avengers
Yeah, they
Infinity War. With Hulk
well, they did it with the
running
last
and-
film.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, because you could see Lizard getting knocked out by
Where
nobody.
they blocked out the other two Spider-Men.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
The thing is, like
Possible, then.
with like the build up to Doomsday, with it being as big of a thing as it is, they haven't really done what they did previously, where like there's all these little tidbits leading you up to it, and then you can just go into Doomsday.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of using this to like throw all those tidbits in.
Yeah,
one
so
way.
introduce some of the X-Men characters who you're going to see in Doomsday. Introduce, but yeah, it just looks like there's so much. That's
But
my
yeah, if,
big
if they're
concern
just
with
quick
it.
cameos, that's
Yeah,
fine with me
and that's what I
too.
think you're going to have. You're probably
Yeah.
going to have, Punisher's going to have maybe 10 minutes of screen time. You're probably going to have 2 minutes of banner time.
Right.
Yeah.
The Boomerang scene is probably a scene. The Scorpion scene is probably 1 or 2 scenes.
I can see him being more of the big bad of this.
Yeah, there's
film.
probably a lot we haven't. There's probably even more we haven't seen.
Yeah.
And that's what, because Marvel does a pretty good job with their trailers of only showing you a fraction of what you're actually going to get.
They give
Yeah.
you an appetizer,
Right.
Not the main course, which I do
And
like that.
and I like that, but just even when the appetizers, I'm like, oh, I'm so full for this appetizer. I'm a little nervous what the main course all entails.
The thing that I love and hate it at the same time, because I love the fact that like there's so many big fans of this movie out there already that are so hyped for it, but I also hate the fact that people like will spend just inordinate amount of time dissecting every little frame and being like, well, there's a black spot up in the corner here, so that means Venom's going to be in it. No, just enjoy the damn thing. Just wait for it to come out.
yeah, people don't have that ability, man.
Yeah, I know it's well, and they get their hopes up so much for every little like.
And they probably have
theory
a
that they
better
think-
idea sometimes too than what happens.
Well, and they get themselves so overhyped with it that when it doesn't come
Oh,
about,
man. Yeah.
that they're like, oh, I'm going to give it a Rotten Tomatoes score because it didn't have Gwen Stacy. Like, who gives a fuck? Just watch the damn movie.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to rekindle his friendship with MJ and
Ned.
yeah, which
Ned,
it seems
I
clever.
could
Like he's a neighbor of one of them, maybe or something. He's
See,
definitely a social media friend.
Ned, I could see because I really want him to go to be the Hobgoblin.
That'd
at
be
some
nuts.
point.
Yeah.
But
that's a-
I'm so
It's a
over
pudgy
the MJ
Hobgoblin.
thing.
He's dropped some weight,
That's
but
a
yeah.
thick Hobgoblin.
Well, and the funny thing was he was getting into like some really good shape. Like at one point he was
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty. And
Kinda
I don't know
fluctuates,
if he just
yeah.
discovered a new type of Oreos or what? But
Yeah.
It's a Jonah Hill effect, you know, up and down.
yeah, the Ozempic stuff's not really helping him.
Right.
Right. As it is right now, there's not a goblin glider that's going to carry him around the city.
The Goblin Crane.
Dee, I'm coming to get you.
Beep, beep, beep. Hold on, I'm coming. Pumpkin bombs a
Hit a
fucking
line.
Hostess cupcake.
I did like the joke of friendly neighbor, and
Oh yeah, she's like
Peter
friendly neighborhood.
Oh, friendly neighbor.
Yeah.
he's a friendly neighbor or something like that.
I'm
and
just,
he, like,
I know they're
does a
dating,
spit
but like
take.
I'm so.
I think they're
fucking-
married.
They're married now. Yeah, they got married.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I don't care about
It's-
seeing MJ in it
Yeah.
anymore. Like they could have gone with Betty Brant, Felicia Hardy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you didn't have to go with Gwen.
And there's
Stacy,
no
but,
need
like,
for them to pursue a relationship between them at this point because comics
really
have
isn't
avoided
like
that for 20 years.
Yeah,
I mean, comics went way out of their way to make sure that marriage was annulled
yeah,
in the worst possible way.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay if they don't pursue that and introduce maybe some other love interests, introduce a Gwen Stacy into this trilogy, introduce even if she ends up getting killed off at some point, introduce Betty Brant, Felicia Hardy. I would love
Liz
me some Black
Allen.
Cat. Black Cat's awesome.
Black Cat's always been one of those characters that I absolutely love in Spider-Man because I like their dynamic. Anyway, it's the same reason I like the dynamic between Batman and Catwoman.
It would be fun if his roommates, like in college, was like Bobby Drake and Firestar.
Oh yeah,
From-
they could be the amazing
from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
That'd be great.
And also, that's how he gets introduced to Professor Xavier.
Yeah,
Be cool.
That'd be kind of
great.
fun.
Hey,
Again,
maybe.
no, that would not happen. But
Eventually make a new Warriors movie.
dude, I would love me some New Warriors.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be great?
I love Night Thrasher,
Speedball, Night Thrasher.
Speedball. One of the most unfortunate superhero names ever. And then he became Penance, which was much worse.
Yeah.
So
Now, did you guys like the Shang-Chi movie? Did you ever-
I only saw it the one time and I enjoyed it, but it's one of those where I've never had like the urge to like sit down and watch it again.
It's so far removed from anything else they did
Yeah.
in the MCU at the time.
And if I recall too, it felt really long when I watched it.
it did.
Yeah, I don't remember the runtime. I liked it, but it wasn't like one of those like, oh my god.
There are a
Another
few of those
thread
Marvel
that went
movies where I
nowhere.
will just sit down and watch them over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then there's some where I've watched it once and I'm like, and I'm good.
I'm okay unless I'm going to do like a marathon thing and catch up on Phase 4,
Sure.
which I don't know who would do that to themselves.
But yeah, this film has the same director, is why I brought it up.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of excited because like you can do so much more with Spider-Man than
Yeah.
you could in Shang-Chi.
Well, that trolley car scene or whatever it was in Shang-Chi was fun. Like,
That was one of the highlights of the
that was
movie.
intense.
great.
Yeah.